Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. We're not number one. God is. We may not be the best, but our purpose is to lead you to the best. Jesus Christ. www.rapfestradio.com. Old school to new school. Classics to exclusives. Gospel, hip-hop music and videos. Live video interviews Monday nights at 8 p.m. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Watch. Learn. Love. Support. Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com.
Stripes like a vet check, cross on my neck check, soldiers on deck check, ready on your mark set. You talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross music. It's the remix, G-mix, Eclipse, read these lips, the game need this. No vest on, no Teflon, out here on this front line. Real rap, no punchline, you can check my bloodline and organ donor. I play the corner like a wanted poster. They love the bars, give them straight shots. Holy water, cross move, boss move, checkmate, your move. Studied that book like law school, these streets here's my courtroom. And only God can judge me. What's hood, I've been through it. So fly when I'm ghost riding, driving under his influence. Look at this fool, no ice on, but I spit jewels in 16s, magazines. Man, I got issues, Ginsus and pistols, Rockwallers and pit bulls. Real goons in real life, so this real talks for real dudes. Prostitutes and shooters, you just been recruited, not the Red Cross or Blue Cross. Call it the cross movement. Yeah, you talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross movement. You talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross movement.
Homie, I've been a threat, and for Christ I'm a renegade. Every ball sick, I'm about as sharp as a center blade. Always fly, suits look great on dot. I got every color, my closet like a crayon box. For Christ I go all out, he died so we can live forever. And all he wants is your praise, we gotta do better. Ride out till they wheels stop. I'm sick enough to spit a virus, how come they don't feel up? The reason is they fear everything that they hear. I'm anointed to win, and I'ma stay here. Money been good, the politics been working out, but I'm finna stop all that, my praise bursting out. Red dot, Christ affiliated, I'm a Jesus freak. I don't just rap, I'm a pastor, I got souls to feed. So please respect my vocal cords. Shout out to New York and the Kingdom Choice Awards.
You talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross movement. You talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross movement.
My cross move cause I carry it, so give me room like the Marriott. Christ I move like that Jew does, no Iscariot. Show the bride that family matters like Harriet. Winslow, nah, we win fast, no whiplash. Oh wait, no slim fast. Got a life here cause that's sin past. Got a lion in my pen and not Jehovah in my iris. Put the MC in front of my name like I'm Irish. And I'm accustomed to the violence. Street of gold digger, get accustomed to the pirates. It ain't the dope, make a devil hustle if you're quiet. It's the horrifying fear that his customers are trying. I just want the sky money and give it back to the creator, this is thy money. But yo, what's funny is even up until now, I've only given 10% of my bars, tithe money.
Stripes like a vet check, cross on my neck check, soldiers on deck check, ready on your mark set. You talk it, do it, you walk it, prove it. I got just what they want, give them that cross music. Yeah, that cross music, they want that cross music. Get the soldiers, we about to start a cross movement. Yo, bring it.
Yo, welcome to Rap Fest Radio, rapfestradio.com. We are here live once again on a Monday night. Got my man Whuteva in the building. We're excited. We have some good stuff, man. We just listened to some of Whuteva's music. We have 2 more pieces of his music to play tonight as well, including video. So that's going to be good. Before we get started, let me go over some quick announcements. Of course, Rap Fest 2014 is coming up August 9th in the Boogie Down Bronx at Vidalia Park, East 180th Street and Daly Avenue. It's a free event. We just tell you bring your own beach chair. Come chill out in the park with us and ready to do ministry, and it's going to be an awesome night, awesome day, all day long. You can get all the details at rapfestinc.com, but let me read off the list of the ministries that'll be participating at Rap Fest. If you want to know what cities they're in and Twitter accounts, you just go to rapfestinc.com. That's there. But we have the Storytellers, the 412 brothers, Ali Rose, Angie Rose, Bridge B, Celis, Cypher, D Will, Day, Heesun Lee, Infinite Automatic, K Drama, Red Dot, Righteous Knight, Architect, Swin the Example, The Saga, The Feud, Tragic Hero, whatever, Young Joshua, and the DJs, we have DJ Breakbeat Lou, DJ Newman, DJ Transform, and this year we'll have the Breakdance Crew, the Dynamic Rockers. They're going to be hanging out with us as well and doing some stuff. So we're really excited. If you've never heard of these artists before, I encourage you to go to rapfestinc.com, click on their Twitters, follow them, read their information, go to their websites, look for their videos and music online, purchase everything on iTunes that has their names on it, even if they're just featured, so you get yourself familiarized with their music and with their ministry, and then come out on Saturday, August 9th to support. Also, the night before that, we have the Night Before Rap Fest service at the Sanctuary Fellowship Church. Those details are on the website as well. We encourage you to come out. That's just a night where we get to hang out and worship with the artists that are going to be participating, and also just friends and family as well. So that's a dope weekend prepared for you guys. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Keep us in prayer. If you're a vendor, you want to sponsor us, you can still do so. Also, all those details are at rapfestinc@gmail.com, and we promise to have the flyers ready for you before July 1st. And once the flyers are ready, we'll let you guys know how you can get some and hand them out. And you can join us on the prayer walk, which is August 2nd. August 2nd, we take the flyers, whole group of people, prayer warriors. We go to the neighborhood where Rap Fest is going to be held, and we just go out and just pray. Okay. We hand out flyers and we pray for people. We've gone to some spontaneous freestyle sessions with people in the street. They're like, "Oh, it's a rap fest. You rap? Yo, I spit. I spit. Go ahead, you know." And guys come in, and you know, it's a lot of fun. But we've had some powerful sessions of prayer with people, you know, and here we are doing hip hop, and you know, there's still some skeptical people out there. It's like, "Oh, y'all ain't doing ministry. You're just trying to do music and get your shine on." And here we are just praying for people on the street. There's people like, "Oh, I'm sick. I need healing," or "My kids are going through this. Pray for this." And it's an awesome time. So if you can't make it out to Rap Fest on August 9th for whatever reason, we encourage you to join us August 2nd. If you can make it to both events, awesome. 12 o'clock will be at the park August 2nd. Gathered there and break out in prayer in that whole neighborhood. The more people we have with us, the better it is for the neighborhood and for us to do the ministry. So we encourage you, just keep in touch with us. Go to rapfestinc.com for all of those details. Since we're on the announcements, let me get rid of all the announcements so we can talk all night. Shout out to our sponsors. Grateful Apparel, gratefulapparel.com. They have a new site, new line of stuff that they launched, so make sure you check that out. Also, holyculture.net, been holding down our podcast for all these years. Shout out to them. Super shout out to them. Shout out to PureStream.tv, who allows us to stream this show using their services with no commercials, which is awesome. You hate the little commercials. Just when it's getting good, a commercial pop up. That's how it always happens. Yeah, hold that door. We'll be right back. So PureStream.tv, Holy Culture, Grateful Apparel. Who else we got? Oh, bxrecords.com. Shout out to bxrecords.com. You can check us out there on that website every Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. So check out bxrecords.com and you'll hear our show there as well. What else? So shout out to Adorando con Flow, who's going to be sponsoring Rap Fest 2014, as well as Eric E and his ministry. Nyack College, who's joining in, sponsoring Rap Fest as well. Who else? So many different people, man. We just encourage you to stay tuned with us. Jam the Hype, Sphere of Hip Hop, and the list goes on. But you know what? There's always space for more. The more sponsors, the better it is for all of us. We can do more work, and trust me, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done.
Sponsors, come on, call up.
Yeah, sponsors, call up, sign up, email us, do whatever you got to do. You want to be a vendor? Just check out the website. The details are there. That was like a whole song right there. Yo, man, we're excited. We have Whuteva here. Not only is this the first time he's here on Rap Fest Radio, but it's also going to be the first time he gets to minister at Rap Fest. You know, so I'm really excited. I had never officially, personally met him, so I'm excited about that as well. It's always good to meet the people that are out there doing ministry, and your name pops up on the sites all the time, so that's good, man. Welcome. I'll give you an opportunity to officially introduce yourself to everybody.
Thanks, man. The pleasure's all mine. I go by the name of Whuteva, so Whatever's clever. But just being here at Rap Fest Radio is an honor for me. And actually, when I first started really getting into the whole the culture, Christian hip hop culture, that was one of the concerts that was like it. That was like the grand stage. So even from the beginning, when I didn't know much about Christian rap, I heard about Rap Fest. And so yeah, so years later, for me to finally get to this point, I feel like I've accomplished it. It's a milestone. So we're here now.
Amen. Oh well, yo, I'm glad we're a part of it. You know, I wish we were more. You know, I really do wish we were more of what people say we are. You know, like, yo, that's like the greatest thing. All right, in a way, I'm flattered, and sometimes I'm scared. It's like, wow, that's if it is, and you know, we're either doing a bad job or we really got to step our game up, you know, because there's so much more that we can do. You know, we're just, again, the sponsors, you can help a lot, make us do more, make us do more.
You'd be surprised though; it's definitely out there though. So
no, we're blessed, man. We've encountered a lot of people that come to the radio interviews, and they're like, "Oh, my first experience with Christian rap was Rap Fest in 2000." Where they'll mention the year and the artist that was there. You know, we were blessed by being mentioned in a book, The Unsigned Hype, which is a book that was published nationally, and the dude's story is about how his girlfriend introduced him to Christ by bringing him to Rap Fest. Wow. You know, so he said, "Yo, I'm gonna send you." He said, "I'm gonna send you the manuscript so you can read this chapter and tell me what you think." And I was almost in tears. I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, I thought it was just a concert. You know, we always do it as outreach. You know, and we know it has multiple purposes. So we're excited and blessed, and it blesses us every time we hear somebody mention stuff like that. So thanks for sharing that. So tell us a little bit about how you got your start in music and then leading into the Christian hip hop.
All right, so I'm from Hollis, Queens.
I feel like we're supposed to be playing Sucker MCs or something in the background.
I didn't come with my shell toes. Sorry, JMJ. Shout out to JMJ. No shell toes, but I am from Hollis, Queens. So I don't know. I just growing up in Hollis, Queens. I would honestly tell you I just grew up in like a hip hop household. My uncle was a DJ. My cousin was producing, and so I guess it was just in me at an early age. Just like church too, so I also want to put that footnote in there that my grandmother, my mom, always went to church, and so I definitely had a church upbringing. But like so many people, of course, yeah, you have the upbringing, but when that rubber hits the road and you really live by it, that's a whole different story. But just so you know that was always there. Then from coming up in the culture, so to speak. I guess there were different ways that I could have gone, sports route or even the school route, but I did go to school, but I'm just saying.
Don't get it twisted.
From there could have gone so many different ways, but music was really just in me so much, and I loved it, and I was passionate about it, and so at an early age, I was rapping since I was like 13 recording, and I told you my uncle was like a DJ, so I'd be making mixtapes when they were actually tapes,
Right.
So,
I think I still have a couple of those.
Yeah, DJ Clue and all them dudes. So from there, then it just grew and grew. From there, different opportunities came. I got my first record deal when I was 18 years old.
Wow.
With this with Next Plateau Records, as Salt and Pepper and DJ Red Alert was on that on label. And so, got some spins on Rap City and MTV, and The Box was out at that time.
Oh, so,
yeah. Yeah, so it was a cool experience. I mean, I've done different things in the music industry to get me to certain levels to where I kept going on. Some people I've seen fall off. Rockwilder, who's been real instrumental in,
no pun intended.
Part. Yeah, right. I know, right? Live right down the block, and just like I would always see, artists or stuff like that. At the time, he was working with Redman, who I thought was like the dopest rapper out, back then. You know what I mean? 92.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to Uncle Red. So You know, but I wanted to approach him because a lot of people were trying to check for Rock because they saw Redman all the time. I actually checked for Rock because I knew he was a producer, and so I was like, yo, man, what's up, man? I spit. You know, 15 years old, this little young kid knocking on his door. He's like, what? What do you want, kid? Why are you knocking on my door? I was like, yo, man, I want to spit. I got something for you.
But I'm sorry, I got to stop you right there. Where are those artists now that are hungry like that?
I don't know.
We don't have those. I mean, I'm not saying we don't have them at all, but it's like I haven't heard a story like that in a while. You know,
Really?
like you watch the interviews on all the different TV shows, BET or MTV, whatever, and they're interviewing these guys, and they're like, yeah, you know, my cousin is down with this crew, and I used to roll with them, and they signed me. Like you really weren't looking for this, and you got there, you know.
I know.
But that's the hustle, is knocking on the door with your tape. Listen to this. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just had to do that.
No, that's really what it is. That was the grind back then, and it should be now. Now in like this digital era where you feel like you could just stay home and send everything out via YouTube, which is great. It's different. It's different because there's a lot of success from it, and you could reach so many more people.
Oh yeah, right.
You know, but for them, that was what you had to do at the moment. So that's what. And so from there, I actually woke him up. He was like, what? And he was like, oh, okay, you could, you know. So he took me under his wing, and we started working on stuff. I did stuff on Friday After Next soundtrack, did stuff with Big Pun before he passed away with Digital Underground, was on their album. You know, me and Rock have always worked. His mom is also a preacher.
Wow.
A pastor. So
by the way, he's a great guy. I met him at the Kingdom Choice Awards a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And as big and mean as he looks, he's like the sweetest kid. You know, it's like, and it's like a kid at heart. You know,
Yeah,
so really dope dude.
Always got jokes too. Definitely. So yeah, Rock has always been a cool dude, and so he saw me on one side of the music industry, and he also saw the transition. There's a lot of different things that happen in between. I know we don't have that much time, so I'll keep it abbreviated. Cool. Make a long story short, but you know, the transition after coming off tour with the whole G Unit thing, you know, it was just a time when I can't say that there was some life or death experience that happened. However, I think it was all leading to that moment because so many just different things. I think that I've always gotten to a certain point and then just always seem to hit this glass ceiling. It always seemed to be frustrating, you know, and
it's like just when you thought you made it, your break.
Yeah, just when I thought I made my break, and that's what I thought would happen with when I got with. All right, let me back up a little bit. So 50 Cent I know because I grew up with him, and so he's not from my neighborhood. We're from the same neighborhood. I'm from Hollis. He's from Southside. We met in this detention center, so we was locked up together for, you know, about 6 months I was there. He got out before me. When I got out, I went to go check for him. He wasn't the rapper dude. He was the hustler dude. Same thing that you see now. But I was always rapping. And so, you know, I was always known for that. So even when I got out, he's like, yo, Daz, he's hustling on the block. Yo, spit, flow. Yo, my dude is nice, y'all whack. You know what I mean? So we spit, whatever. I do my thing. And, you know, from there, he got into the whole music thing. I think he always wanted to do the music anyway. But this was like, you know, chance. And so, you know, from hustling, I saw him do, you know, so many different things. First he was signed to JMJ, then it was Trackmasters. You know, then he got that How to Rob out, and he was, you know, popping there. He happened to get shot. Everyone knows his story. When he got back, we lost contact. When he started popping off with the whole G Unit thing, got with Banks and Yayo, then it just took off quick. Like 6 months, I think it took for him to really just take off. But you didn't forget, he's still a cool dude. We're brothers, you know what I mean? We're real close, so or we were close. So, you know, at that time, he gave me a call. He saw Rock, go figure, in the studio, you know. And this is when Wankster was out. He was like, "Yo, where's Daz?" And Rock was like, "Oh, Daz, look, call him right now," you know. And he called me. At the time, I was actually working at JFK for American Airlines. He was like, "Yo, Daz, yo, Fifth's right here." He's like, "Yo, he wants to meet up with you." I spoke to him for 2 seconds. He's like, "Yo, I gotta do the show. Meet me next week." Met up at Shy Money's crib, you know, out on the island. The next week I was on tour. Long story short, so.
That's where the Jimmy Kimmel video clip
Jimmy
comes
Kimmel
in.
came after that. MTV, BET.
But that's the one I saw, like, you know, when I was reading your bio and stuff. I said, oh, let me check this out. It was you on Jimmy Kimmel with Lloyd Banks and 50. Yeah. But, you know, it's funny you were saying this because you're excited, I'm sure, where God has you right now. And basically you already did everything that a lot of the Christian artists probably wanted to do at one point. You know, so it's almost like you're coming backwards. You know, it almost seems backwards at sometimes. So, you know, what kind of advice do you give the artists that are, I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but the artists that are looking for that break? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like maybe a relationship like a 50 or anybody that's in the industry majorly, like that relationship is a make or break for them. You know, and I'm talking about Christian artists, because come on, let's be real. All of us want to be at one point recognized, known, signed, and you know, go on tour majorly and stuff.
That's true. As a young kid, I can't say that. I would see artists. I think that it's just something strange or something funny or something peculiar just about when you really want something. And just how you attract it. When you got to put yourself out there for sure. It's not going to happen at home. You have to get out there some way, somehow. I just think that there's just some miraculous way that God works this out. And believe it or not, it's not even just for saved people. It's for regular people that's out there. Some people call it that law of attraction or whatever the case may be. You know, we won't have to get too deep into all of that whole thing. But I do believe that if you will for something to happen and you put that out there, you know, you're into music, so you just have to get it out there using the internet, YouTube, going out to certain events and meeting people. I believe that certain things connect. That's the simplest way that I could put it. To say that you just know certain people. Some people happen to know people, some people don't. But we're at a funny time in music right now where even the labels don't really have it figured out. You know, I was going for a deal, and it was at Asylum. And they were like, yo, to be honest, we love what you're doing, but, you know, right now we have a department that's just looking at, we just listen for what's hot. They're trying to, and they're only doing single deals, so they're not even really doing a whole album. The deals that they were giving out before is not quite the same. They're not developing artists. So you have to be already done.
You have to come full package ready to go.
You have to come package ready to go. You don't need $1 million video. You can do a lot of this stuff on your own. Just be innovative. Use what you have. Use the resources you have. People notice what you're doing, even on a small level. But if you really want to do it, I believe there's certain things, and God works things out to where you start attracting the things to you. As long as you take the step in faith, you start attracting certain things. So I'm not going to give you some 7-step book on how to meet, you know,
your next
Drake, you know what I mean? Or how to make your next record deal. But, you know, I do believe that if you really, you know, you grind hard, there is a way that if you put it out there and you take those steps, God meets you where you are, you know.
Amen. No, I believe it, man. And it's a hustle. You know, it's work.
It is.
It's work. It doesn't come easy. You know, there are your exceptions to the rule of that one dude that's just so nice. Somebody wants to sign him. Yeah. And then there's the rest of them that have to.
That's true.
Yo, you have a second, listen to this, and probably a second is the most you get. You know, exactly. If it don't drop in the first 8 bars, you're done. You know, but that's cool. Now I want to backtrack to what you were saying before. At 18, you said you got your first record deal, but you also mentioned that God was involved. Like your grandma and church was part of your life. So how did that come about to you? I mean, I know we all, you know, when we're young, I think most of us do the same thing. We're like playing both sides, you know. Yeah. They'll go to church on Sunday, you know, hungover or whatever it is, you know. So how did that play out for you?
When I was 18 years old, I was wild. I was smoking a whole lot of weed. I had like every girlfriend I could imagine. Church was not at the forefront at all. But I had a praying grandmother. I had a praying mother. It took some years for me to get to that point. I just got it, and actually, when I got back into church, it was probably about, really rededicated my life, living by the word. 2004.
Wow.
You know, so that was years after even I got my first record deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I believe that, well, you know, it's funny because my pastor, I go to Love Oasis Christian Center, that's in Queens Village, New York. And my pastor, Laura, she told me when I was 15. So I was smoking weed at 15. So I'm like in church, like, why am I here, Mom? Come on, like, when is this over? Right? But she had me stand up in church, and she was like, Desmond, you'll be able to minister in front of millions of people, but you got to do it God's way. And so it kind of caught my attention, because I'm like, well, wow, for one, it was prophecy, so she was saying things that not just anyone would know.
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't hear all of it. I only heard millions of people.
Millions of people. Let's go.
Right. Exactly. So, I didn't get the God part,
right.
Which now in retro explains why I keep hitting that glass ceiling. So I got my first record deal, didn't happen. We did something crazy. We went up to Hot 97. That's when what's the name again? Wendy Williams was up at Hot 97. Yep. And we thought we were like, young reckless teenagers going up in there like, yo, what's up? We bum rush Hot 97. They kicked us out. And after that, it was like no more records spinning. Flex didn't play anything, nothing. So after that, it just went like.
So you blacklisted yourself.
Pretty much. So that hit that came and went very quickly, and did the song with Big Pun. I'm like, oh man, I met my man Jackpot. He met up with Shock G. Right. Cool dude, shout out to Shock G. And he just happened to meet him. I don't know, one of those things. Like, you still stay active, certain things happen. That guy's from, Shock is from West Coast. How do we bump into these people? It just happens. I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
So that just goes back to, just put it out there, and you expect things to happen. But I didn't know what was going to happen. And so we were supposed to get on Shock G's song for his album. Right. Digital Underground, they're a little old school, but Shock was still doing some things. And he's a legend in the game. So we did something for him, and he was like, yo, this is dope. He was like, yo, I might get like KRS on this record or something like that. Anybody would have been like hot. That would have been a bonus, because we were already on his album, and they cut the check, everything. Check was right there. But he was like, nah, let me get somebody else. Let me get Big Pun. Big Pun was popping at the time. Yep. Right? So he was like, Big Pun? He was like, what? So we went to the studio that night. Here's another story. But Big Pun was at the studio, and we were like, we know we want to get on the song with him. But we couldn't. He wouldn't just let us get on the song at first. So, he's hot at his peak at that time. He was like, all right, yo, so you guys going to rap on this? He came in with all his Terror Squad dudes, right? He was like, y'all going to rap on this? He was like, oh, okay. Yeah, let me hear something. Let me hear you rap right now. So he gave us like an audition. You know what I mean? It's like, so we just hit it, boom, boom, boom. He's like, all right, y'all good. And so, then he wrote his verse. He's sitting up in his thing in a chair, writing like this. He said a couple lines, spit it to his man. He's like, all right, yeah, that's cool. Now scratch that. Paul was the first person I seen sit down in the booth. You know what I mean? When he's he was big, man. But his just to flow so fast, man. Sitting down like that, I was like, man. So God bless Big Pun.
Those are experiences too that just make you who you are today. Yeah. Those are experiences that, whether or not you can look back at them now and say, well, I can't believe I was in that area or I was in that environment, but to know that God pulled you from there, that you're able to take your music and your ministry, or make it a ministry actually now, to preach to people. That's awesome. Yeah. That's incredible. What I want to do is I want to get into a music video that you sent me that we can play. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this video before we rock it?
Yeah, this song is called G-Rap. This is off my my last release, which is called 7. And this one is called G-Rap. So it's produced by Rockwilder. And I call it G-Rap because it's like gangster rap, but it's gospel. It's gospel, but it's kind of gangster. So I just wanted to play with words. It's G-Rap. Check it out. It's downtown New York. Got a little gothic look, but it definitely has that gospel content. So holla at you.
All right, check it out. G-Rap here, Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Rock, Enoch, music.
Yeah. Didn't clean my seat back. Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel
that good news we spread it. It's an epidemic. Came to business, homeboy. Call this Crown Collection. Too blessed to be stressing. We just out here flexing. Shining with no juice on. Hot too, God bless him. I've been tried, been tested. Came destined. These haters should be homeless, that's why I don't address them. Too focused, got plans, boy. Bible on my Android. God's words, my blank check. Make them bounce, but can't void. Sitting clean, my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. This gospel homie, that G-rap. You ain't gotta feel me. World ain't gotta love us. Stand tall like a statue. You can look but can't touch us. Grew up around gangsters, raised up around hustlers. These rappers are actors, call them blockbusters. I don't think they get it. Ain't promised tomorrow. If Jesus was on Twitter, how many would follow, huh?
Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel homie, that G-rap. Didn't clean my seat back. Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel homie, that G-rap.
Okay, I'm charged up, no visas. Act like y'all know me. I'm good with the big homie. I'ma tell you like he told me. No guts, no glory. No weapon formed against me. Matter of fact, so holy. They should pay me Swiss cheese. Ain't broke, can't fix me. Make it look too easy. I don't watch that throne. I'm on one. King me. Out here on assignment. This here's on GP. Grinding, they whining. BBs, CCs. Yo, ain't nothing sweet, no cavities. Put work in, no salaries. My weight's up, no calories. Earn these stripes, yeah, I'm about that life. Put that on my newborn, put that on my wife. Save me like coupons, they want me to cut it out. Yeah, picture that. Watch me run my mouth, you don't know what I'm into. They don't know what I've been through. See me on a magazine, but money ain't an issue.
Didn't clean my seat back. Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel homie, that G-rap. Didn't clean my seat back. Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel homie, that G-rap.
It's so good, nah, it's so God. Must be eating high, cause he flossing hard in these streets, man. Got my cross and guard, better call it sick. If you right on your job, Rolex means nothing. My Benzo, that's nothing. I'm chilly chill, I live like Philip Banks, Philip Drummond. Got mad style, turnstiles, flip styles. Switched up my MO, now with that in crowd. Yeah, this is what I ride for, what I got a lot for. We major league, don't make believe. So dope, I make them lean. Lean, lean, come on, 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 lean. Stop, get it on and poppin'. What? This is what I'm doing. Get inside your mind, it's deeper than a music. Devil wanna kill ya, Jesus came to save ya. That Alpha and Omega, that's my Lord and Savior.
Didn't clean my seat back. Didn't clean my seat back. Turned up, no feedback. Gospel homie, that G-rap.
G-Rap, that's what's up here on Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. Follow this boy on Twitter at Whuteva, WHUTEVA. That's the handle there. Man, some good stuff, good music. I'm looking forward to Rapfest, man, for these tracks to drop. We had the Saga here last week, or was it last week? Who was here last week? The week before? I forgot who we had.
I saw it though. It was dope.
Yeah, I wonder how his rap battle went, because he had a rap battle coming up that Sunday that he was telling me about, but the video, I guess, is not
good. They commented something about him trying to battle against Loaded Lux.
That's like the top guy, right? Wow. So, shout out to the Saga, man. That's a special corner right there. I don't mess with that. But looking forward to this Rap Fest. We got some crazy stuff going on. You definitely want to be there August 9th. Shameless plug. Yo, so let's talk a little bit now. Let's put this all together, because you were in a position of a lucrative position to a lot of rappers, you know, and it's kind of like all of this was part of God's plan somehow for your experiences or whatever to put you to where you are now. You were telling me before you're an ordained minister at your church?
I am. In January 1st, December 31st, this past year. So I've been ordained, and it was one of those things where it's like I knew it was coming. This is not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
So to speak, I've been doing it though for years. Okay. Since 2004. But it's not something that, you know, some people like, I want to be a pastor, I want to be a pastor. But I've been doing it, and God is good. You know, there's always two sides to the story. And so, you know, yeah, you can see that one side where it appears to be that was it. But then, you know, I could tell you firsthand that even being out there, and I wasn't in church like that, you know, when I was on tour, doing all the things you can imagine, right? We don't need to go there. But still feeling like it's just something still not right, you know. And so that's what really gave me the opportunity to, you know, to challenge me to just think, you know, after all of those years and those seeds being planted, came an opportunity for me to be like, yo, I'm just not getting it, you know. But really giving God a chance, like, look, I'm not getting it. I'm super frustrated right now. What, you know, what? And then that's when God started revealing things to me. I'm from Queens, but I went out to Long Island where my mom lives, and first thing I had to do was separate. There was a lot of different things going on, but I needed a chance to just clear my mind. I wasn't doing anything, but I was reading, praying, doing a lot of different things like that, you know, and God just revealed himself to me, and so it was awesome. And so much I absorbed in a short amount of time that there's, you know, it just became so alive to me. The things that I was like, well, you're speaking in tongues. I don't get that. I don't hear that. I don't hear God talking to me. It became crystal clear, you know, when God when God speaks. So it's not an audible voice for those that may not know. It's not, hey, Desmond, do this. It's not that.
Right.
If it is, you might want to look over your shoulder. But, you know, but God does speak, and you know what it is. And so from there, started doing different ministry things, and it led to me becoming an ordained minister.
Wow, and that's big, you know, to become an ordained minister. For those people that don't know, not only does it mean that you have an added responsibility with your life, your whole lifestyle, but it also means that there is an authority above you locally in your body, your church, that believes in you, that trusts in you, and that has empowered you to take these steps of ministry, you know, and it's a great responsibility. And whatever you're ordained to be, you know, it's amazing to know that there's good young people out there doing this, young hip hop heads, you know, but it's not just a bunch of reckless rappers, but you know, there are a lot of ordained ministers in Christian hip hop. There are a lot of pastors in Christian hip hop, you know, which is awesome, and that's what we need, a breed of MCs that not only know how to spit, but they know their word, you know, and they're ready to hear God's voice. Let me ask you though something about that, hearing God's voice. You said you had to separate yourself to hear God's voice. And I only say this because I personally know one person who recently was like saying, like, for some reason I just don't hear God. Like, God's not telling me anything. Okay. You know, it's like, what is that experience like? Like, how is it something that do we have to be that desperate to hear God, or is it that maybe we're just going like this and not listening, you know? Sometimes it's not what you think you want to hear. Sometimes you definitely have to take the steps forward so you can hear it. Sometimes God meets you where you are, and you know, some people get that revelation right then and there. For me, it definitely took, things happened that made me feel like I feel frustrated. You know, that's how it works for me. That's how it happened for me. To when I had to just open my heart to be like, just out of the frustration. I guess sometimes, you know, certain things happen to where it leads you. That wasn't life or death, but I absolutely had a choice of continuing down, doing what I could have stayed on the road, did whatever I wanted, you know, what I felt would have made me work at that time, which even outside of church made me feel uncomfortable. It was just too much. It wasn't you. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Let's just be honest, you know. So when God revealed himself to me, I did have to be quiet, because I was in a place where my crew's my crew. I love them. It was just so much going on that I couldn't focus. Distracted. It was a lot of distractions, and so I think that was key. That was key. Yeah. You know? No, that's true, man. It's like my pastor says: if you can be distracted, you can be destroyed. Yeah. You know, and that's so true. That is so true. So now, here, whatever, the ordained minister. Naturally, you're still in Queens, so you
still
still
got swagged up. So.
I was gonna say you still had those same people around you. They're still there. Those people haven't moved. Yeah. They're still around you. So what's the reaction now to the to when people see you and they know that that's dude down the block that he used to rock with video. He used to do this. He used to do that. Yeah. What is that reception like now?
I still get it. Some of my boys like, yo, son, I get the God thing, but just we need a little bit of this right here. You could sprinkle some of that on it, but I'm telling you, do this. But I'm already convinced. I already know what it is. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me any other way. Right. I tried it. That's one of the things that I've actually been challenged with since becoming saved, because I have faced with memories of the past and a passion to know that music is it, because it's been prophesied. I know it in my heart. But it's just that back and forth. I would say that was one of the things I really was challenged with. And I was telling you, even being ordained, I chilled out for at least 6 months. Prior to me even dropping my first CD, which was Highway to Heaven in 2006-07, I didn't just start rapping. I've been rapping all my life, but when God revealed that to me, I didn't rap for about a year. I really got close to God. I understood what was going on.
And that's so important, man, because, too many testimonies you hear of people like, yeah, I used to rock in the clubs, I used to smoke weed, God saved me, next month I put out this new project, ministering to people.
Not one of those.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't work.
Right, that wasn't mine.
For some people, it's a instant, conversion, change, transformation, amazing. Mm-hmm. And to others, they force that, because they just don't want to lose touch with their audience.
That's true.
And follow me quick on this journey, quick left, hold on, I want to make this turn here. But to think that, you stepped away for a year and just let God speak to you, that speaks volumes, because that's important. That's important. And we encourage anybody out there, if you're listening to us now and maybe you're still involved in a crew or something that you're not supposed to be in, and you feel God tugging at your heart, you know what? Chill out. Take a step back if you have to. Get a job. 9 to 5, get a job, 9 to 5, go to church, find a church, a Bible teaching, real God seeking, spirit believing church, and pray and just ask God to reveal to you what it is He wants you to do. It's so important. It's so important to know that there is a body of people around waiting for you to make that decision, so we can rally behind you and help you.
And God is good. He's not going to want people have God all wrong. They have it all twisted. I would say all the time that there's a big miscommunication between the church and the street. The people in church think that people in the streets are ignorant. People in the streets think people in the church are hypocrites. You know what I mean? But they have to realize that, God being in the center of it, God is good. God is forgiving. He's faithful. He meets you where you are. He's not just going to give you a big list of do nots. How about just giving God a chance first? You'd be surprised at how you just change that around.
Right.
It'll take its course and it'll change you. You don't have to worry about making certain things happen.
Absolutely. It's just open up your heart, let God in, and truly surrender, saying, God, take total control. Not that I can't take steps left and right, but that you're telling me this is the right thing to do, and guiding. Absolutely. So Rap Fest is coming up August 9th. We're gonna be out in the streets. We're going to the South Bronx. It's a serious neighborhood, similar to the Hollis, area.
Probably worse.
Probably worse. Yeah, this is deep South Bronx that we're going to, actually. East 180th Street and Daly Avenue. I grew up around that neighborhood, where you can buy everything from Air Jordans to drugs to cars to anything, you name it, anything. I mean, that's how it was back in the days. It has changed some, thank God. For housing developments have changed around the area, but for the most part, a lot of the population there is still the same from years back. We were talking about that before. Last year when we did Rap Fest at that park, the police department was excited because it was the lowest crime rate reported for that vicinity in a long time, because we were there that day. So everything kind of chilled out. So we're excited to come back. Wish we could do more. It's just really hard to do a lot there. But
sponsors.
There you go. Sponsors call. 805 Rap Fest. That's 805-727-3378. Hit us up. rapfestinc@gmail.com. So what, like your music now, what themes will people be able to expect from you at Rap Fest? Like what are you rapping about? What's your audience?
My latest CD that I'm about to drop is called Memoirs Within Bars. So
Nice.
That's really what you can expect. You can expect the same dude that comes from something, but is here now. But I still feel like I'm able to relate. So I mean, a lot of people say that. I've gotten to a place where I've actually been able to still incorporate my message, but able to still keep the same flow, like a good type of flow, to where the people that used to know me before would still say, "Yo, you're still nice. That's dope. I like what you're doing.
They still recognize
wow, that's
you."
God." Yeah, right, exactly. The first project that I did, I was still transitioning. It means a lot to me because of that time period.
It's personal.
But since then, it's evolved definitely. So I'm at a comfortable place that that I could be the same. Well, not the same, but the same type of flow, but with that message that's right there. So I use the punchlines and the metaphors, but I also speak about real life, situations, the streets, where God has brought me. I speak a little flashiness, but God's good, man. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Chain on the neck, check. Yeah, no, but that's cool, man.
That's just me.
And that's the luxury of Rap Fest, is having different ministries from different upbringings all on one stage. Because trust me, 412 guys, Nick Crenshaw, those guys from Texas, they're not gonna come talking the same stories you talking about. It's a different lifestyle out there,
right?
And dudes from just Delaware, Rochester, everybody comes from a different neighborhood. But when you put it all together, we're bound to, within those 7 or 8 hours of live music up on stage, we're bound to hit the hearts of different people.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Being able to minister to these people. So you mentioned that you have your new project coming out. Like, do we have dates yet? Like, when is this expected, or is it freshly started?
It's not freshly started, but I don't have any dates yet. However, I will be working with Minister Marcus, Kingdom Time Entertainment, for a video.
Oh, good.
So we are working out the dates for the video. The first song is going to be called Stand Up.
Nice.
And that's produced by Martha Mo Beats.
Okay.
Out in, where's he in? I know he's from New Orleans. He's in Texas now.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's good, man, and definitely you have some good production behind you, so that's dope. We're just hoping to meet different people where they are, man, and just introduce them to God, and
that's all.
It's just like one of those, hey, God, look, that's who He is. Go talk to Him. That's whatever. Yeah, no, for real, man. I mean,
simple as that.
It is real simple. Sometimes we complicate it so much. Like we want to make sure the song says this and that, and if we see the guy crying, we're gonna jump down and lay hands. And,
get him now.
Yeah, get him now, and quick call the prayer team around that person. I'm just sneezing, puppy.
I know, right?
But we definitely want to make sure that we impact these neighborhoods, these streets, and even the local churches we attend, and let them know, yeah, we're doing this. It's not a gimmick. Yeah. A lot of times people put on Christian hip hop as a gimmick, or say, what are you gonna do when you can't rap no more? So, I don't know. In the meantime, we're gonna keep going. We'll find out. It's not the only thing we do. There's other ministry, things that we can do as well. So, we're excited about it. What I want to do right now, though, is I want to just open up. It's not the mic is there, but an open mic, and just let you spit something from your heart, man. Anything you have, that you could share with the people that are listening right now and watching.
Right, so let me see what we got. Check it. There's a war going on out here, you ain't noticed? Survival of the fit, see which soul's the coldest. Holding down the block like soldiers, posted, vultures, come out in the dark like roaches. I'm focused, keep one eye on my opponent. The game don't change, just the players and the coaches. Team by my side, but my enemies closest. The streets is watching closed circuit, sleep and get stuck like a post-it. Casualty of war, please send my condolence. Trying not to get caught in the moment. Purpose, lead them all out like Moses. This is autobiographic, my life reenacted, mixed down and mastered. This here's a classic. Snap back with my jeans on, let my light shine like a high beam on. I'm talking IMAX for the big screen, dog. 3D, all I need is a theme song. Real mean, King Kong. Next scene, read on. Stick to the script and I do my own stunts. Locked in detention for 6 cold months. Bam took the gun rap, never told once. We saved now, shining like a pair of gold fronts. What? Life's hard for a shorty on the come up. But I got too much pride to let them think they got one up. And I'm willing to die if they run up, gun up, what up. With this cut up tongue, I won't shut up. Yo, from a different cloth, but the same designer. So real recognized like suspects in a lineup. Some people just don't get it and talk a good game, but they just don't live it. Rappers want to be gangsters, strippers want to be divas. R&B hustlers get knocked and start singing. Is there a heaven for a G who sold D and smoke weed? Is drug money clean if I tithe and sow a seed? So many questions, but only one answer. Keep God first. Everything else is random.
Nice. Nice. Just a little snippet of what you could expect on August 9th at Rap Fest. Man, we're really, really excited. We have a great lineup. Like, you know, DJ Breakbeat Lou is going to be out there with us. You know, he's so well known in the whole hip hop community. He's a legend.
Yeah.
And, you know, the legendary DJ Breakbeat Lou is like I always say. But if you follow him on Facebook and Instagram and all of that stuff, and his images are always him, Biz Markie, Bada, and those guys, and that's his circle. And dude, he really loves God so much, you know, which is so dope. And he's such a nice guy, man. So we're really looking forward to it. And again, Dynamic Rockers are gonna be with us this year. Breakdance crew, Indio, and those guys. He was part of the first breakdance crew that ever had their own 15-minute set at Rap Fest. We had never done that before. It was him,
dancing.
Yeah, strictly dancing. They had a whole 15-minute set. It's online actually. If you go to youtube.com/rapfestvideos, look for breakdance or something like that. You'll find it. If not, just hit me up. I'll send you the link. But it's a great video. They did a great routine. I mean, we're just looking forward to just having a blast and impacting this neighborhood. Definitely bringing them good quality music. Because it's hard to find a good street jam nowadays. That's true. Well, you grew up in Hollis. You grew up around those guys. Street jams back in the days used to be popping.
Block parties.
Block parties were the thing. If you didn't go to a block party, you didn't do anything.
Right.
And that's what we try to do. We try to incorporate that whole block party feel. And I mean, we used to in the streets. It's just easier to do it in the parks right now. But this park is so close to the street. It's perfect. It's right at a bus stop. It's amazing. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. That's Rap Fest. August 9th. Make sure you come out and support the ministries and definitely help us make some ministry impact in this neighborhood of the South Bronx. Easy to get to by 2 train, by bus, by car. Just come out and enjoy the whole day. We're there from 8 o'clock in the morning, set it up. If you want to volunteer and help us set up, join us. Just show up at 8 o'clock. We're ready to help. And more importantly, stick around to the end to help us break down, because that's when everybody bounces, and there's 4 of us with a screwdriver. Like, where do we start? Just trying to take apart this whole stage. But definitely, we want you guys to come out and support, man. Thank you so much for coming out.
Pleasure.
We appreciate it. We're looking forward to hearing more of your music when the mixtape is out or the new project is out. Let us know so we could let the viewers know as well, so they could cop it, wherever it's available. Your mixtape 7 is available for free at Dat Piff, right? Yeah, Dat Piff.
If you go to my website, go to whuteva.com. I had Any Given Sunday and 7. Those are both available right now. Free downloads. So
all right, so go to whuteva.com. That's WHUTEVA.com. And you get some free music there, and also keep posted. Maybe if there's a join a mailing list thing or whatever, or follow on Twitter. Check that out so that way you'll know when the new project drops. And we're going to leave you with one last song by Whuteva. And which songs did we have? Because I forgot which one we played already.
I Got You.
I Got You.
I Got You.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about this I Got You song before we bounce here.
Yeah, sure. Marv from Mo Beats, he did this one too. And so this song, there's a video for it too. So you can check out the video on my YouTube page. This song is just about never forgetting where you came from. And I'm from Queens. Just getting this message and bringing it back to that place. Just like what Rap Fest is all about. Just letting the people know that I got you. God has me, I got you. And just leading them to that place.
Amen. Check it out here on Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. The song is called I Got You by the artist Whuteva. Catch him at Rapfest 2014, August 9th in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Check me out.
Peace. God bless. See you guys next week.
From my heart through the mic to the airwaves, I got you. I dig this. Give me a soul beat so I can let my soul speak. Follow the track, let's see where this road leads. I'm from the back streets where the crossroads meet. Live by the code, if I got it then we gon' eat. But dudes don't break bread, they want whole wheat. It costs to floss, that's why I talk so cheap. Feel like Eddie Kane, I still got it. Even with my last 5 heartbeats, you never stop this. Yeah, moving and shaking. Keep that music playing, it's a movie in the making. Rated R, no stars in this motion picture. If real recognize real, I should look familiar. Soundtrack to life, message in the song, so I bridge the gap just to get my point across. Ain't playing games, but I settle scores. Valet to the gates, I'm knocking on heaven's door. Come on, never forgot where I came from. Only right I get back to where I came from. To every hood worldwide, if you put God first, throw your ones in the sky high. Word up, son, I got you. No doubt, ma, I got you. Straight from my heart to yours. There's always a place in my heart for yours. Dope dealers, that roll swishers, pole strippers, the gold diggers. Whoa, grew up around gorillas and no killers. Go figure, it's all smoke and broke mirrors. That Hennessy and weed could be a potent mixture. Wonder if this GPS could find a road to riches. Still I stand like a rose out of concrete. Now my life's on track, I rap to the heartbeat. Cross my heart, hope to die. Keep hope alive and all jokes aside. Feel the pain, never mind these scars. Right with a stake pin, I stand behind these bars. Surrounded by dark clouds and gray skies, so we gotta shine just so the rain dries. Watch the good die young, no time to say I don't talk over the fence, we on the same side. Never forgot where I came from. Only right I get back to where I came from.